In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father
Oh.
Was this the extent?
You people really odd. Mr. Linney, you have one last
Linney!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a sec? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss
I shouldn't ask Father.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler!
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an I've been told that the infirmary is. The Fonta promoter has been struggling. According to Collins, the research notes said that the Melusine. The Fonta promoter has been We often see Miss Sijuin.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of any. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from you. The recipients, are we on the...
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions. All right, now for my next question. There are also some...
I've been told that the infirmary is always... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... According to Collins, the Fonta promoter has been Fonta's internal reports... Fonta's internal reports... The research note said that the... We often see Miss Sijuin... The Fonta promoter has...
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it but really, a blood red... The company facing back, they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the pancreation turn. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupon... And so,
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question! The thought of sparing Lynette... You'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one.
There was nothing, Your Grace.
Sijuin?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sijuin...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus when Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come...
But if you mean what you just said, then
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Freminet...
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremini.
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can...
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large... Of course, it would... sorry.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after...
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh,
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You...
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijuin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried...
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has...
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you...
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you...
Might as well, then.
Linny, are you okay? Are you sure? You don't look all...
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, traveler. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to...
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it?
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. What?
The Duke and Clorand are gone.
They probably went to get some tea.
He's awake. Fremine.
We're all here.
The infirmary at the Fortress of Mirrorpeed, Mr. Fremine. And
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious...
Miss Clorinde!
Miss Clorinde, you said?
You're still too weak for Monet.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clorinde will...
A guest? Then I can...
You should ask His Grace about that.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here...
Thank you.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course! I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sijuin?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not. Where should I begin? How?
Then Paimon will begin.
No.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make— I'm also quite curious—
So you were hoping—
You make it sound like that's a bad The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation.
Are the rumors true?
Why would you put it like that?
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to—
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me.
And saving Fremonet was part of that—
You can think of it like that, yes. That's not something you should be asking after. All I need to prove to you is—
But we've already—
You make a compelling case. Do you—
Yeah, Paimon really—
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Mer— Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or— Whoa! This is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge dome!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your...
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything. Huh. So there's a switch on...
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky, and the readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happen to have some free time when I noticed. Very reasonable. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me over the past few...
The concentration?
And that is precisely the problem. Yes.
But forget about the 2 of us. Not even the... Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea... The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked. If this continues... Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the...
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the action. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any... When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, the criminals received no Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity, and so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, as the number of exiled, the Hydro Archon continued to lend, and with that, the people here stopped. But as time went on, people also realized that once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their after many, many centuries. Now and again, researchers...
But now you know every part of that history.
Indeed. It's just, to be frank, not really. Prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere else. I want to... This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not alone.
Edwin's main areas of research were
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meripede?
What a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might...
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a... Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it.
Great.